Josh, have you ever been in that position where you say something and it's holding true and you're right, but you don't want it to be right? Well, I said that Conor McGregor and Mike Chandler was never going to happen. And I thought, okay, that's coming to an end. No, it's not. Once again, the fight has been postponed. It has been put off. It is one of those that we now have Alex Pereira going up against Yuri Prochaska. And great fight. I think the card, what the UFC did was absolutely incredible because I think they made the card actually better. But is Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor ever going to happen, or is my prediction going to hold fast and stay true because it's just a fight that's not?
Well, you can't take all the credit. I was alongside you, but then I still have some hope though with the Sphere. The Sphere is my last one.
No.
I'm telling you, John.
That is definitely
I'm
not
telling you.
I don't.
If it gets past the Sphere, it's never happening. There's just no iconic reason for him to come back anymore. Then there's just not. He did tough, like he was going to come back for International Fight Week. Now he's going to main event. I'm thinking he's going to main event the Sphere. That's my last hope. After that, there's nothing to look forward to. When you were younger, you were 16, you got your driver's license. You were 21, or 18, you could vote. 21, you could drink. And then you get to 25, you could rent a car. After 25, there's pretty much nothing to look forward to anymore. Get beat down by your wife. It's like those type of things. But that's all. There's nothing really to look forward to anymore. So I look at what he's going through right now, and I think that there's hope that he may still come back. I've heard so many reasons on why he keeps getting injured. Go ahead.
I don't want to say anything, but this is what Michael Chandler is going to look like by the time he fights Conor. Right there.
But that's a lot of what our conversation needs to be about is, does he wait?
I'm being honest. I look and I go, Joe, what is the whole thing if you're looking at it from Michael Chandler's position? What is it that holds you to this fight with Conor McGregor?
I've heard it's not extra money. Outside of just getting more money
I've
from,
heard too,
from sponsors.
He's gonna He's gonna get he's got a contract with the UFC. They pay him very well. I'm not saying he's not going to make good money for the fight. He is, but it's not like he's going to get pay-per-view points or anything like that. So he will make more money off of his personal sponsors, possibly. Doing things and being able to, wear shirts and things like that during fight week and all that stuff. But that's where the extra money comes from. But you got to be honest. How many fights could he have done now in this time that he's been waiting? And how much money is he actually giving up for this fight? Because I honestly think he's giving things up. Now, if it's what he wants, I totally understand it. It makes sense to me. Hey, this is what you want, and that's all that matters to you. Okay, I understand it. Because at this point, I think Michael Chandler is in that position of he's kind of like not worried about winning championships. He's worried about fights that excite him. And I think this is the fight that excites him. So that's why he's waiting for it.
I think that and the name value that comes along with it, that's the biggest thing. To say that he can walk around with that for the rest of his life, that I fought Conor McGregor, and potentially get the win against him. I beat Conor McGregor. It's a name that you can hang up on your mantle and be like, hey, that's one more notch I've got on my belt. I understand the motivation behind that. And I can see exactly why he's waiting for it. I also think though, too, we're taking out of not context, but perspective, is that he's had a lot of wars since being in the UFC, and this time away was probably good for him.
Absolutely. So no doubt about it.
I was on board with it for the first year, but we're pushing now into more than a year and a half. Yeah. So like now it's okay. Like I understood the first year. Take some time, give your body some time to heal, give your brain some time to heal. He's someone that doesn't seem like he ever stops training. I know it's social media from what I can see though. He seems like he's always putting in work. He's always in shape.
He's always training. He's not always in camp. He's not always fight shape, but he's always training.
And so how much longer do you wait? Do you try to squeeze one in right now in the winter? Is that what you try, or not winter, but the summer? Do you try and get one in? And I would honestly say yes. And if I was to take a look at these rankings that I got right here in front of me, okay, and let's avoid a lot of these. I mean, but look, if you could find a way to fight a Max Holloway, if you can find a way to fight a maybe a Gamrot might be a good fight for him. Stuff the takedowns, on the feet, you've got more power than him. I mean, that would be for a fun fight. I like the Fiziev fight. That would be an action-packed fight, to be honest. I mean, Fiziev fights reckless and careless. He's not the easiest guy to take down. Chandler doesn't really shoot his takedowns a whole lot. I mean, that would be a barn burner of a fight. And they're both ranked right there, number 6 and number 8. So, I mean, there's fights in there to have. There's fights in there that I think would be fun. I'm thinking strictly in terms of fights that would potentially motivate him. And I would say the Gamrot fight, and I would say maybe the Fiziev fight. Now, I know those are no Conor McGregors. They're not going to, get your panties all in a bunch for. But I think if I'm a promoter, I'm like, those are two guys that I know he could potentially get the win on, and I could still end up booking him for Conor. And on top of that, they are fun fights. And I'm also catapulting the two guys that I think are entertaining. Gamrot, I know he's a wrestle guy. Okay, but he's got.
Yeah, I think the Gamrot fight is
It's a good fight. He's ranked higher than Fiziev.
If you're Michael Chandler, you're looking at it. Fiziev is very good on the feet and very fast. Gamrot is a wrestler. Yeah. Well, you've been a wrestler your whole life. Can you stop his takedown?
And can you make him pay?
He's not that fast with his hands. So which is the actual, better fight for you? I'm not saying one's tougher than the other. They're both tough. But which is the better fight for you? I think the Gamrot.
Yeah, and it's a higher ranked fighter. Makes sense. He's ranked number 5. He's one ranked ahead of you. I mean, it just makes sense. If you're looking to take that fight, unless you want, and that's at 55 though. But look, this fight's supposed to be at 70. Who really could we match him up then against at the 70 pound? How about a Colby Covington?
Oh, I think I would love to see him against Colby. I think that would actually be. Colby's not a huge 170er. So Chandler fits well because Chandler's, he packs a lot of weight on. He's got big legs. He's a muscular guy. He's not real tall.
He's like 5'6".
But he's solid. He is solid as hell.
He's a tiny guy. He's not tall at all.
He's not tiny. He's just not tall. That's what I said.
5'6". He's not 5'6", guys. I'm pulling a Josh Thomson. Everyone's really old and everyone's really short. Okay, that's what I do. Okay, I just poke fun. Whether you're an Olympic athlete, professional hockey player, MMA world champion, or just an active kid, LMNT helps anyone stay hydrated. Each stick pack delivers a meaningful dose of electrolytes free of sugar, artificial colors, or other dodgy ingredients. Get your free sample pack with any LMNT drink mix purchase through link in bio. Also try the new LMNT Sparkling, a bold 16-ounce can of sparkling electrolyte water. Roll, train, ride, or play, but stay hydrated and stay salty. I think that I think honestly, when's the Spear supposed to happen? September 23rd, I think, or something around that time.
It's
September. So it's supposed to happen then in September. I see them, if they don't make it on the Sphere, buddy, you got to start booking a fight, say October, November. Get onto that card. Maybe do
that would be 2 years.
Yep. Maybe do that.
He hasn't fought because it was November when he fought Dustin, right? That was his last fight.
Okay.
November of 22.
Yeah. I mean, that's the fight though. I mean, you've got to get something booked in there. That's kind of where I think, if you're not going to get the Conor fight on the Sphere, where I think that Conor's going to look to try and get back by then, I think you need to move on. I mean, it's 2 years. That's let's just say, and I'm just spitballing here, please. Okay. The numbers. I mean, he's close to making $1 million a fight. That's without pay-per-view points, everything like that. His contract is, spitballing around 880,000.
Just whatever.
It's around there. So if that price tag, you've missed out on say 2 or 3 fights, You've missed out on a big chunk, not to mention the sponsors that come along with it. You know, your Monster sponsor, your whatever UFC sponsors are pushing into you and stuff. So you've missed out a little bit on some of those. So that's a big. You're missed out on a couple, you know, let's say 2 million, say 2-3 million, somewhere in there. After all said and done, probably pushing 4 to 5. That's a big hit, man. That's a big hit for a 2-year span. Yeah. Now, I was all for the one.
See, this is where it's leaving money on the table. It's okay, but you have to be comfortable with it in the end. And will you be?
Yeah.
That's the real question. Is that fight that important? If it's that important to him, I totally understand. Stick with it. You know, don't give into it. Make that fight happen.
But he also said, look, I urge fans not to feel sorry for him for the long wait. Chandler hasn't fought since the submission loss to Dustin Poirier, November of 2022, and has been dubbed as McGregor's next opponent since filming The Ultimate Fighter season 31. I mean, he's basically come out and said, do not feel sorry for me. I don't want your guys' sympathy. You know, he's basically doing this to himself, which I understand. At this age, he's 38 years old. At this age, you've got to get the fights that motivate you the most. And I can see why Conor McGregor motivates him the most. There's the Conor, there's the Justin, there's the Dustin, there's the ones that are at the top there. Those are the ones that are motivating you.
But he's fought Justin and he's fought Dustin.
Yeah.
So, you know, both of them, look at his fight against Gaethje was exciting. It was a, you know, fight of the year type candidate. Great. His one with Dustin was a great fight. He's had great entertaining fights in the UFC. He just hasn't been super successful.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the guys he lost to. He lost to Charles, he lost to Dustin, he lost to Justin. Those three guys are nothing to scoff at.
No, and his two wins are Hooker and Ferguson.
Yeah,
not bad.
Not bad. But I mean, look, give me a time frame. Are you saying to wrap it up after the Sphere, or are you saying to wrap it up now?
I cannot tell him to wrap it up now because, again, it's his career. But you gotta be comfortable with the fact that you're basically allowing somebody else to control your career, and you'll never get it back.
Look, I'm gonna end with this though, John. Is like, are you comfortable dying on the hill chasing that one guy?
That's the whole thing. That's it.
Yeah, that's not me.
Are you comfortable with the fact that someone is controlling it? And yes, you're sitting there. You're the one saying, "I'm going to wait for him. I'm going to wait for him." You could be waiting forever because he's not coming.
He's the only guy that can make that decision, though.
Yes, he is.